Recording.
All right. All right. Okay. We want to speak about the philosophy of our invention. And I want to share a screen with you some pictures to talk about Ungex and the philosophy behind that. But the very good question that these days some customers ask about actually about a protocol, about the philosophy behind that. So sometimes they say, many people, many professionals, experts, doctors are not aware. So how can we explain about this? So that's what I call always any innovation comes with opposition. So when we call it invention, because we received the Best Invention Award in 2012 for the Hermite solution, for Demodex mite solution. When we call invention, it means from that date behind, there were no information or has not been introduced to the market, and we have invented a solution and we received it. So it means that that's obvious that before that point there was not any knowledge or experience. Otherwise, why they call it invention? That's a definition of invention. So what we usually use a metaphor is like what Galileo talked about, like something for the first time. But many experts, they denied and they wanted to kill him. That's why we say any innovation comes with opposition. And that's the nature of any creation, any invention, any innovation. So what we normally talk about our treatment is that when the invention comes, the people, or especially the experts and professional, they try to resist. They try to, do not accept it quickly, and that's true. That's fair because they don't know about that or they don't believe it unless they start working on that. One of the reasons that the dermatologists actually they in the world they are very interested. Many of the dermatologists are our best customers. The reason is they couldn't resolve the issue. They couldn't treat or cure when the problem is linked to a Demodex, like the rosacea, like some kind of dermatitis seborrheic or blepharitis. The eye doctors also have same challenge. The reason is Demodex is play a significant role in this problem. So another metaphor we use is a metaphor of Thomas Edison. So Thomas Edison had the invention of electricity and the lamp, but when we talk about the bulb as a product, the bulb should work with the technology, which we call it like electricity. So that's why we say our product alone is not enough. We need to know how to use it. We need to be aware of the system, of the method that we call it protocol. So that's two things that normally our Demodex consultant cares team, they need to clarify these points to their customers to understand that this is a very new technology. 10 years is almost, we are close to our 10th anniversary. It's 10 years. But in this industry, in the pharmaceutical, in cosmetic, 10 years is almost nothing. The average age of the companies and businesses in this industry, they are almost a century, 50 years or 100 years history. But we are in the very early stage. 10 years is like a baby. But the point is, this is the fact and reality that our products work. And that's why step by step, one by one, more clinics, more dermatologists, and more doctors believe in our product, and they try to recommend to their customers as a real solution, as something without any side effect, but something that can really change the situation, as a game changer. That's my short explanation. Do you have any question, or you think there is something I need to clarify more?
So just something like, we won the Best Invention Award in 2012. So just kind of to clarify, sometimes that's okay, when people hear from doctors or medical professionals who do know about Demodex mites, which even that can sometimes be challenging, when they say there is no cure, nothing works, I kind of wanted to clarify that that is the meaning of invention, and that's what UNGEX won, exactly, the Best Invention Award. So invention means like there wasn't necessarily something else before that, and not everybody knows about UNGEX because, you know, the medical and health field, we're just a drop in the ocean. So and as Syed said, 10 years isn't a long time in this industry. To build up that reputation in kind of like health settings necessarily. So my main point is, when people do hear that their doctors might think there isn't a solution for Demodex mites, not to get too discouraged, because that is the meaning of invention. The doctors aren't wrong, they may just not know about us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Correct. I'm sharing right now part of, thank you so much, Alex, for your clarification, and you pointed to the very good things. Just wondering if you can see the presentation file I show you on the screen.
Yes.
All right, I think this is very good for both our own team members, our new Demodex consultant, as well as the public, to know a little bit more about UNGEX as a Demodex mite treatment. So, you know, Demodex mite are parasite living under the hair follicle that has not been introduced to the public, although they have been discovered around 170 something years ago. So that's a fact, and no one can deny that this parasite living, and when the population density increases, they can be linked to a lot of different skin issues. One of the reasons that they have not been introduced to the public because they didn't have the right solution. And even right now, the chemical solutions, the chemical treatment cannot help because they may damage, they may have some side effect on the skin. That's why they try to skip and ignore it. That was one of probably the reasons, plus many other things. So the point is, we should first understand that Demodex mites are available under the hair follicle and sebaceous glands of the most people around the world. And that's a fact. The second thing, when we go to actually symptoms, we can find lots of skin issues that are seriously linked to the population density of Demodex mites. So if in this picture you can see, when so many Demodex mites go under the hair follicle, they definitely can cause lots of different skin issues. So when it comes to the solution, the reason they think there is no cure, because there was no real cure, and that's why we called it the Best Invention Award for the solution we presented. Maybe Alex, if you can answer the phone, yeah. And but the point is, when we talk about Demodex, we should also highlight that it's not linked to. It's not only for humans, but also for other mammals like dogs and cats. So when we talk about dogs, cats, this was the treatment, different type of treatment for Demodex on dogs and cats have been in the market for the past 40 years. It's 4 decades earlier than humans, because they could test and they were less risk for treatment on the dogs and cats, although they were not 100% perfect. So this is something I do agree with what you said, and that's something we have to be patient and explain to the clients and try to educate them and let them understand that this is the meaning of the invention. And they should not expect something as the invention to be publicly introduced before us. Otherwise, they couldn't call it invention. It was just reputation. Thank you so much. So that's all from here. I have no more comments. If you have any questions, I'm happy to share with you. Also, I will send you the link of all the information we have in our website, that you can always go through the details and share it with your customers.
Beautiful.
Good. Ima, do you have any question? or anything from customers' point of view, or you think that needs more clarification?
No, that's great. No, that presentation's really good, because I know a lot of people do, you know, especially when it comes to buying, I guess, people that want to see more information. So I think I'll definitely, you know, this is a great asset to have, actually.
Awesome.
Excellent. Awesome. And you can see here, these are our real customers, some of them, of course. And because of privacy, you know, and because we are the manufacturer, definitely we are not acting like the clinics. We just randomly have some feedback from our happy customers, which they send their pictures before and after. And you can see some of the clients, they had serious problems. Some of them had serious skin issues for more than 20 years, 30 years. They spent lots of money with different doctors, with dermatologists, even the best dermatologists, they couldn't help. It was not their fault. It was the Demodex fault. So without eliminating Demodex mite, many of the skin conditions cannot be cured. And that's a kind of precondition. That's a kind of, you know, pre-treatment. Even if the skin issue is linked to other factors, still they need to eliminate Demodex mite in order to let the skin get the good advantage from the right treatments. So that's why we always say the products has a three main role. In some cases, it can play the role of the treatment for those who have the direct problem with Demodex. In some cases, it can play the role of pre-treatment, like the people, they want to have hair implant, they want to have a different type of beauty and skin treatment, they still need to remove the Demodex. Otherwise, whatever they do, the Demodex may you know, cause different problems, or with the other treatment, they may feed them. So pre-treatment is the terminology. We use it for the people that they may think they have no Demodex issue, but the issue is linked to other skin problem. That's still fundamentally important for them to understand. And the most important thing that I guess it's important for all, majority of the people around the world, is prevention. That's why prevention is better than cure. Like the people use a toothbrush, doesn't mean their teeth has problem. They do it for prevention. So even the people have no issue on the skin, if they do the Demodex treatment, it helps them for prevention. That's why if sometimes the clients ask you, if I have no high population density, is it helpful for me to use it? The answer is obviously yes, because they can help prevention. They can help preventing the Demodex mite population increases in future. So it's a kind of prevention. Thank you so much for your time. And if you have no more questions, we can finish this call.
No, I'll speak for the rest of the team. I think this is a good impromptu call and really handy information. Thank you so much for speaking and your time, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.